Hey guys, it's Frazor Lazor again, bringing to you a catch-up video of sorts, I suppose. We've had a bit of a cock-up on our journey through XCOM Impossible. Essentially, what's happened is I done goofed. And I fucked it up, and I've done it in such a way that's made it nearly impossible for me. Well, yeah. Essentially, what happened was, aside from cocking up a mission pretty hard, which I actually lost the footage for, which is why you haven't seen me fail spectacularly, I also fucked up the most critical thing in the XCOM Impossible run, which is the build order of specific facilities and things. You need to do a very specific list of things in order to not lose a single country in the first month, as opposed to losing 3 at least. So basically, because of that, I decided that whilst as fun as it is to watch me fuck up and fail immensely, I think having a million videos of me doing the first 3 missions over and over again is probably not the best thing. So what I've done is that I've actually filmed this I've obviously, since it's hyperspeed, I've filmed this in off recording, and I'm now just sort of talking through the catch-up video, which is basically I've just played a new run. Tried to sort of speed through it in such a way that I can get up to where I left off and where I fucked it up before, so I can still have the footage of the complete run, but not bore you guys to tears, with a single, with me, basically fucking it up and trying again. Because, I mean, it took me a couple of goes, just to sort of catch up to where we were before, because XCOM Impossible can be a finicky little beast. Like I said before, there's a very, specific order of things that needs to be done in order to, get 4 satellites up in the air in the first month on Impossible, which is really, really tricky. Basically, what you need to do is you need to have, you need to build a power facility, so you have enough power, obviously. You also need to build a workshop, which lets you get enough engineers, which lets you build the satellite uplink, which lets you have the potential to host 5 satellites, which is how many you need to have in the air by the end of the month in order to not lose a single country. Now, that's a whole fucking host of things that needs to be done, and it requires a very, very, precise build order of things that need to happen, or else if you fuck it up, like I did in the last run, even though it was going well outside, even though the missions were going beautifully, the build order was fucked, so we lost 3 countries, and I kind of just pulled the plug on that run because it would have made it impossible to finish. So basically, yeah, this is me speeding through the first 2 missions as well as the spacecraft raid, and then I'm gonna pick it up back where we left off. Yeah, basically, this is sort of the hardest thing about XCOM Impossible, was me figuring, I had to figure out through sort of trial and error, and sort of sit down with fucking pen and paper and work out days and build orders of things, because I mean things obviously build in semi sort of real time, where it takes a specific amount of in-game days to build certain facilities and certain items. For example, it takes 5 days to build a power generator. 5 days to build a power generator. 10 days to build a satellite uplink. 2 weeks to build a satellite uplink. 10 days to build a workshop, and 20 days to build a single satellite. Except you can sort of just build 4 satellites at once in 20 days, but whatever, let's not talk about that. Realism, fuck it, this goes all about realism, is about killing aliens, and doing math, and budgeting your business. So yeah, basically the order of things that needs to happen, that I've now sort of done, in order to keep all the countries as part of the XCOM project, and not have them panic after the missions that we don't choose to go to, is in the first decision mission that you get, in the first abduction alert mission, where you've got to choose between one of 3 countries to go and help. You have to get the engineers. Like I said in the previous episode, engineers is greater than money, is greater than scientists. because engineers are necessary and very hard to get in order to enable your ability to get more satellites in the air, which allows you to get all the countries, which allows you to get more money. So basically slowing down your research in order to do that is well worth the wait. So basically, I've taken this mission because at the end of this mission, I'll get 4 engineers. But more important, not only are those engineers themselves important, but they also allow you to build the workshop. Which allows me to get the final, because you need 10 engineers to build the next satellite uplink. You start with 5. After you complete this mission, you have 9. So you need 1 more in order to build your second satellite uplink. I say second because you obviously start the game with 1. You start with 1 satellite in the air over the country that you chose to put your base in. And so when you have 5 satellites at the end of the month, you only have to build 4 and cater for 4 to be launched. Okay, because there's already 1 in the air, obviously. So basically, yeah, had to do this mission in order to enable the building of the workshop. Except that itself is not easy because, like, the workshop costs 200 credits or whatever the fuck it is to build. So I had to spend a large chunk of my money on building that workshop. And see, that takes 10 days to build. So you have to build that before the 24-day mark, so that when there's 2 weeks to go, you still have enough time to finish the satellite uplink. You also need to start building your 4 satellites before the 20-day mark, so you can launch them before the month ends. Luckily, I took out this ship that popped up at about 25 days, which means that the stuff that I get at the end of this mission, I can sell in order to pay for the satellites. It's all very complicated. Essentially, to do Impossible, you have to just collect everything you can in the first month, all the dead alien bodies, all of their weapon fragments, all of the materials from the spacecraft, and sell them. You have to sell them so you can afford to build a power generator, a workshop, 4 satellites, and a satellite uplink, just so that you can keep all the countries as part of the XCOM project in the first month. And I mean, the issues don't stop there, because you still need to be pumping out satellites in the next month and the month that follow, because eventually the abductions stop, but it's not for I think it's not until like the 5th or 6th month of the game that the abductions kind of stop and the panic missions don't become a problem. So, you know, shit becomes kind of tricky and hard, and you need to fucking sell all the shit, because it's fucking annoying. So here I am, just kind of trying to quickly speed through this mission in order to get back, sell all the shit, and start building everything. Yeah. One of the things that I sort of hate about XCOM Impossible is that, yeah, there is actually a lot of RNG involved into whether or not... I mean, the run is still technically possible if you lose those countries in the first month, but it just becomes so much harder. So much harder than impossible, apparently. But yeah, the point is that it gets to a point where you really can't win, because you just don't start scaling. Because, I mean, the other benefit of getting 4 satellites, or having 5 full satellites at the end of the month, is that you have a shitload of money in the second month, which means you can sort of recover for all the time that you spent not buying new equipment and not sort of pouring some money into the immediate thing of XCOM, the immediate expansion of XCOM's capabilities. This is kind of wrapping up now. I guess I'll continue talking when this episode is done. Here I am just building the 4 satellites, and now here's me just trying to quickly sell all the shit so I can get like 300 credits or so in order to afford to build the satellites. Well, that's it, folks. This is a catch-up episode, and I'll catch up with you when I start playing the real game again. Yeah, that's about it. Dr. Shen, goodbye and some shit, real speed, goodbye!